Hello traders, you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. This particular video is a Fibonacci Speed Resistance Fan tutorial. Okay, so basically you learn how to draw and use the fan to identify dynamic support and resistance levels and improve your trade timing and analysis. So what exactly is the Fibonacci Speed Resistance Fan? The Fibonacci Speed Resistance Fan is a tool based on Fibonacci ratios that creates diagonal lines from a swing high to a swing low. Okay? So these fan lines act as dynamic support and resistance, helping traders anticipate price reactions at various levels. Now, unlike the Fibonacci, or rather, unlike the horizontal Fibonacci retracement levels, the fan shows potential support and resistance that changes over time. Okay, and this is useful for identifying trends and areas where price may stall or reverse. Okay? So now, to draw the fan, you need to start by identifying a significant swing high like we did here. You can see that we actually had a significant swing high around this point, right? This exactly is the swing high zone. Okay? So you identify a significant swing high and you identify a significant swing low. So you're gonna see, you're gonna draw the fan from the swing high to the swing low on your chart. Okay, so you place the fan starting point at the swing high and you draw it down to the swing low in a downtrend. All right, or from the swing low to the swing high in an uptrend. All right, so that's for an uptrend. Okay, but since we are in a downtrend, we have to draw it from the swing high to the swing low. Okay, now the tool automatically creates diagonal lines, as you can see, at key Fibonacci ratios like the 38.2%, 50%, 61.8%, 25%, 75%, and all of that, right? Extending into the future. Okay, so these lines represent potential dynamic support and resistance zones for price action. You can see the different Fibonacci levels being extended diagonally from this central point. Okay, so once the fan is drawn, you watch how price interacts with the lines. If price approaches a fan line and reacts either by pausing, reversing, or consolidating, it confirms that line as a meaningful level. You can see what happened here. This line was respected. You can see here again, it was respected. You can see this particular line here was respected. You can see how price was ranging between, this 61.8% line and the 25% line, right? Here and here. You can see how price was ranging, coming down, right? And then eventually it got rejected around this zone, and came to this 0% level and all of that before it finally broke out and now, tested this upper level. Okay, so this shows that the lines can be effective, okay, in highlighting or identifying possible reversal or stalling points for price. Okay, so you need to combine the fan lines with candlestick patterns or other indicators to confirm potential entries, exits, or trend continuation signals. Using the fan helps you see potential turning points more clearly and trade with better structure. All right. Now, the Fibonacci Speed Resistance Fan works best when combined with your overall trading strategy. You need to use it to align trades with the trend, identify potential pullback areas, or spot breakout points. Remember, no tool works in isolation. Combine fan analysis with trend identification, support and resistance zones, or volume analysis to make more informed trade decisions. All right. You need to actually practice using the fan on multiple time frames to understand its effectiveness in different market conditions. So right now we use the fan on the 4-hour chart, right? Let's go to the daily chart and use it there. Okay, you know, we have to use it based on the ongoing trend, right? So because of that, let us just zoom out a bit. So our overall trend is bullish, right? Our overall trend is bullish, in as much as, you know, at some points we had some, you know, seemingly false breakouts, right? So let's just use one of the closest clear trends, right? So let's just draw from the low to the high. Remember that in a bullish trend, it's going to be from low to high. In a bearish trend, it's going to be from high to low, right? So you can see that in this context, you can see that the 38.2% level was actually being respected alongside the 0%. You can see our price was actually respecting 38.2%, bouncing off, and then around the 25% as well. And then you can see eventually, you know, the 50% zone served as a rejection point around here, right? Okay, the 61.8% zone, I mean, right? And then eventually you can see we had a breakout from that zone. And yeah, I think that was what marked the consolidation that kind of began around here, because we're having more of a consolidation around this zone. Let's go to a smaller time frame before we finally round up. Okay, the 15-minute chart. All right. So now, since we are having kind of, you know, an uptrend here, let us draw from here to here, from low to high. Okay, so you can see how, let's just remove this trend line. Let's just allow the fan to function alone. So you can see how the 75% was serving as a dynamic support around here, right? And see how the 61.8% served as dynamic resistance. All right, so this shows that the speed resistance fan can be effective. Okay, so you can consider testing it out, right? Test it on demo account first and know if it works very well for you. And you can consider adding it to your trading toolkit. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more trading tutorials. Okay, by learning how to draw, read, and use the fan, you can better anticipate price reactions and make structured trading decisions. Okay, you might want to start using this indicator on your charts today and take your analysis to the next level. See you in the next video.